Hello, this is Meg Stump of www.pinloomweaving.com, and I'm here to introduce the idea of a PVC Nostepinne. Now, what is a Nostepinne? A Nostepinne is simply a dowel, often wood, often carved, that's used to wind a ball of yarn. However, in this case, instead of using a wooden dowel, I'm going to use a piece of PVC. This particular piece, which is about 12 inches or 30 centimeters long, is half-inch electrical conduit. It's really strong, it's very lightweight, and the only thing I've done to it, besides simply cutting it off to this length, is to take a piece of sandpaper and make it a little bit smoother on each end. This would be very easy to obtain at a hardware or any big box home improvement store, and quite honestly, you might easily find a piece for free lying in the section where they've had scrap or leftover pieces. So, how do we do it? Like a regular Nostepinne, we're going to start winding it, but first we're running it right through the middle of the dowel. I'm holding on to this end till we get it started, and then I'm going to wind on a few winds of it. Now it's pretty tight, so that end loop won't come out of the dowel, and I'm going to move it up to this end to make it easier, and we start the winding. And the winding is very simple. It's done in the form of an X, where the X is wound across the yarn that's already there. I'm trying to do a really nice job, so I'm going slowly. My tendency is not to worry so much about it being perfect and wind it a lot faster. But just to get started, be aware that you hold the yarn in place with your thumb as it gets wound, and I'm very slowly moving the Nostepinne around to evenly distribute the ball. There's a few backward that locks it in. Now my yarn is getting knotted up. There we go. And keep going around. If I continue in this fashion, this ball of yarn is going to become a big round ball. And I kind of like it like that, so that's not a problem. If you would like a ball of yarn that's flat on the top and the bottom, all you need to do is move your X over so that you're going like this, not all the way to the edge of it, but more of a long X. It takes a little time to accomplish that. I'm getting some help from the cat. Great. But in the long run, you'll end up with a ball of yarn that is flat on the top and the bottom, which can be really good for storage. Okay. Rather than continue to fight with the cat over this one, I'm going to end it. And how I do that is I take the last few lines and I actually pinch it right around the middle. And I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to run this piece back under those loops just to knot it in place. So, see what we've got. Okay, pull it off, and what do you know? You can pull it right out of the middle. It feeds out of this lovely clean middle. If you want to have it feed from both ends, that's equally possible. All you do is open up this outside one, and now you can do a double layer from one skein of yarn. That's it. Do check out some of the other really excellent videos on winding the Nostepinne, but I hope you'll consider one in PVC as being economic, lightweight, and actually a little bit easier to use than the regular dowel type. Thank you. This is Meg Stump at www.pinloomweaving. Weave on!